Business Moments is the brainchild of the late Ekow Blankson, who passed away on October 3, 2022. He recorded 2 episodes before his demise. He hosted the show with his usual fun, style, and finesse. GhanaWeb TV is releasing these episodes in his memory. In this episode of Business Moments, Ekow Blankson interviewed Ivan Quarshigah. Ivan Quarshigah is the founder and CEO of Farmhouse Productions. His outfit is behind the award-winning series Things We Do for Love and YOLO.
All right, okay, this is the Business Moments on GhanaWeb TV. We're heading out there to Osu Nyaneba Estates. We're going to meet somebody who can give us Bobby Taddy and Akpalen or something like that. Okay, I'll tell you all about it. Cheers. Here at Farmhouse Productions. Hey, and guess who we have here? The CEO himself. Ivan Quarshigah. It's so good to see you, man. And of course, hey, you are all welcome to Business Moments on GhanaWeb TV. We're here to talk to a legend, Ivan. Very soon, you get to know a lot more about him. Okay, come with us.
Yeah. Wow. So, are you coming downstairs to see?
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, welcome to Business Moments on GhanaWeb TV. Over here, we just talk to business gurus. I'm talking about CEOs of established businesses. And obviously, we make sure we find out the trends in business and how they've been able to establish their business to the places where they have gotten to right now. What we can learn from them. The youth are trying to pick up, trying to get to know them. Obviously, this is the place to learn a little about business. And today, guess what? We've gone all the way to Kita. I'm not talking about Kita, where it's in the Volta region. We are actually here in Accra. This is Farmhouse. But this man actually was born in Kita. And indeed, we're going to learn a little about Bobby Taddy and all that. Just kidding. We're going to learn a little about what he does. He is a guru in filmmaking, actually a legend. And also he does quite some other things in terms of business marketing, events, and what have you. We're going to learn a lot more about him and about what he's doing and how we can learn. Welcome to Business Moments.
Thank you very much.
Ivan Quarshigah.
Yes.
All right, that's his name.
Yeah.
Well, I have mentioned your name right now, but let me just pull your legs a bit. I hear that you like Bobby Taddy a lot. Is that true?
Yeah, I love everything.
And it originated from Kita.
Of course. Yeah.
All right. Has it got anything to do with your business and how successful you've been?
Having been brought up from Kita.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah, I came from a quite an interesting background where, I think I must have said it 1,000 times. I was born close to a cinema house. And I lived in a home where my uncles and aunties were more of entertainers. And at the time we were growing up, you know, there's no spinning groups like sound systems and things that would play at funerals and other celebrations. my aunties and uncles were the band, like they sing. And so they would sing in parts and things like that. And then they would enact, you know, plays and things. And we saw most of those things. And then the other significant thing I did was when we were growing up, we used to go and take the cinema board around town. There was a cinema house across the road called Premier Cinema. And then next to me was, to our house was Croydon, but Croydon wasn't working, but Premier was working. So any time they brought film to Kita, we would go around with the cinema, the board, to promote it, ringing a bell. To promote it.
So you mean the filming has been in your genes?
Of course. I mean,
so it's something that
I
you
look back and I say that it's like some divine hand was, you know, pulling me through all this.
Wow. We're going to talk about something that has come out of our genes that we, you know, that we want to grow with. I always talk about talents and continuing in that skill to be successful. But we'll talk about that. But tell us a little bit about you and business.
Well, personally, I'm Ivan Quarshigah, you know. I make films. I went to NAFTI. I did film directing in NAFTI. And then having finished NAFTI, I worked at the National Service Headquarters, their photo unit. And then I worked at Lintas for about 13 years. And having done that, I felt the need to step out and try myself what I could do. So I set up Farmhouse Productions. I am married with 3 kids. None of them is in secondary school now. So I'm sure you know. So they are all graduating from their universities.
Very well. So you obviously, I know about you doing the NAFTI, and a lot more people also know. This man did one of the most beautiful productions while he was in school, and obviously you also taught some students in NAFTI as well. So in all of your graduation into who you are right now as a CEO, that's all you've been doing. You have been from primary school and everything. Let's forget about that. But when you got into tertiary, you started filming.
I went to NAFTI basically at the time that most people didn't know about NAFTI. And so most of my friends or my mates that were going to Lowdown and GIJ and other tertiary institutions thought that I was crazy because what are you going to be doing going to a film school? And most of them thought that we were going to be acting. The fact people did not know that films are made by people who are behind the camera. And so people didn't really take it that seriously. So it was purely out of the passion I had for the performing arts and also for filmmaking. I was fortunate to have met Mr. Atuyani, who wrote Genesis Chapter X and also made His Majesty's Sergeant. So he took me on set. That's where I actually developed. I realized that this is what I was supposed to be doing. And then also took me to NAFTI when they were editing the film that we shot. And then I thought that, no, this is where I was supposed to be. So I went to NAFTI. And so in the school, you know, I asked a lot of questions. So I got to know what I could do. So I knew from first year what I was supposed to be doing in second year, and then what I was supposed to be doing in third year. And I also realized that by the time you come out of school, you must have a calling card. A calling card means that you must make an impact as you're coming out of the school for you to be recognized. Do you understand? So I decided to do a documentary film in my second year, knowing very well that if I do a documentary film very well, I could stand a chance of winning a documentary film prize in my final year.
Great.
And then I also knew I had to do a feature film in the second year, and that too in the third year, and that too I did. And so somehow I was able to do both documentaries and drama. And also for writing the scripts, I also picked up prizes for writing scripts during the documentary.
So you were versatile.
So that made me very versatile.
Yeah.
But when we came out of film school, practically there were very few places to work at. Ghana Films, GBC, then the private one was Videomart. But fortunately, some of the ad agencies were taking graduates of NAFTI to be trained as copywriters. So that is where I decided to go into the advertising industry. So I worked at, I joined Lintas. Lintas at that time was the biggest advertising agency. And they were the people that trained many of the people in the advertising industry in Ghana.
That's true.
The biggest and the oldest, actually. Okay. And so my days of ringing a bell, promoting cinema came in when I ended up in the advertising industry, and I was writing copy. So I wrote a lot of the most well-known campaigns.
I remember some of the adverts I did.
Yeah, Guinness. How you did?
I did deliver.
Pepsodent. Is it Pepsodent?
No, Kiso.
Kiso.
Yes,
okay, yes, Kiso. You were the lab.
Yes, I was the lab technician.
Yeah, you were the lab technician. So we wrote most of those commercials. Kiso, Royco, Guinness, Malta Guinness, GSMF Protector, Panther, Secure. We wrote most of those.
So indeed, even at Lintas, you wrote for all these businesses, these giants in businesses, and therefore understood their philosophy and was able to write or be creative on things like that. Was that paying you a lot of money?
Well, I mean, comparatively, you would say that, I mean, you are comfortable because you're doing what you love and you are being paid for it. And so it was great for me. I mean,
it was more of a startup too, also after school.
And a huge learning period for me.
Great.
Because I saw a lot of things happen. And I was very, very fortunate because at the time I started, there wasn't private media.
Okay.
So we did not have the Joy FMs and all the other FM stations. We had, what do they call it? Basically, GBC to deal with. And then, so a lot of the things that we did, for instance, if you're talking about Things We Do for Love, how it came about, we had done a radio talk show with young teenagers on adolescent reproductive health.
Okay.
That was supposed to be airing on GBC FM, but it was rejected because they had children, young people talking about their sex and things like that. Okay. And they felt that it was a bit too raw, so they took it off. They said they didn't want it. Okay. And then, fortunately for us, Joy FM came up. Joy FM started work, and then they wanted to have it. So then we started running Speakeasy, and then we added a drama to it. Yeah. The drama was the Things We Do for Love, which ended up being produced onto TV. Okay. So a lot of the things that we did whilst working at Lintas are things that, you know, it was like we're just breaking boundaries. Okay. Anything you think about and you want to do, was possible.
So what I hear you say, and of course for the youth out there who are listening, when you are out of school and you're starting up, first of all, ensure that what you're doing you love.
Yes.
Do not focus on money, and then obviously it is an experience for you. These three things are things that you have just mentioned. Yeah. Is that correct? Is there anything else that you think that we should learn when people are growing up in business?
I think that you said it. You mentioned talent.
Yes, exactly.
That is very, very important. I believe that everybody is born with a particular gift from God. And it is that thing that when you see, you are excited. It's that thing that when you are doing, you don't feel like you are actually working or you're doing anything. And when it is important that each young person needs to identify that gift quickly within them. People like Michelangelo, people like Bill Gates, all these guys started way when they were very, very young.
Very young.
Tiger Woods started when he was like 6 months, 2 years, he was already playing.
That's true.
So it gives you enough time to train when you discover your talent very early. And by the time you're getting into really to do your work, you would have gained a lot of experience, so that you are able to go through. So you're discovering your gift, as in your talent, is very, very important.
Okay.
And then you must hone it.
Okay.
And then if it's possible, you must hone it by understanding somebody who is already practicing from in that particular field. It gives you the opportunity to make your mistakes on the budget of someone else.
Okay.
Because your boss would be able to accommodate your mistakes and help you to correct them.
So you are a legend, and obviously people have would say that you have come this far because you focused on one thing and kept doing the same things. Now, other people may think that, okay, I do not really know what I want to do, so let me try other things. You know, the haphazard way of doing things. I try one thing, it doesn't work. Let me try other things, it doesn't work. Until I find what is right for me. What do you have to say about that? Is it the right thing to do to get to a business level that is appreciable?
Well, whilst I was saying that it is good to find your gift early, it is not cast in stone. That people like KFC, what's his name, Colonel Sanders? Or,
Kentucky.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, fried chicken. Actually discovered his gift around 60 something.
Yeah, 60, yes.
So there are exceptions, do you understand? The main thing is for you to find something that you love doing. And when you're doing it, you know that you are not actually working. That's what they say. So for
it comes easy.
It comes easy to you. And the main thing, if you find what you love doing, when you wake up, you are eager to go do it, rather than being forced to go do whatever you want to. So for me, you have to just, I mean, if you are passionate about something, nobody tells you what to do.
Great. So I hear you say that time is not really a factor. Take it easy. You will get there. And then also make sure that whatever you are doing, to be able to be successful, you must love it. All right. Great. Let's come to Farmhouse Productions. You're the CEO of Farmhouse Productions. How has it been for you? And first of all, tell us all the dimensions of Farmhouse Productions, because I know that there are different areas of it.
Right. So Farmhouse Productions, somebody will ask me, why Farmhouse, the name Farmhouse? We cultivate ideas. I decided to select the name Farmhouse because of my experience of working with some production houses from South Africa, East Africa, and those places where you have quite strange names like Barefoot Productions, you know, Gargantuan Films, and those kind of.
I have one blue banana.
yes.
You know.
So you find a name that can start conversations. That is the trick. Because when they see the name, they want to know what is behind it. And then when you explain it and it's creative enough and interesting enough, they tend to think that, okay, you must be good at what you do. So Farmhouse Productions, I selected because it deals with cultivation. And so I said, we cultivate creative ideas, okay? I started Farmhouse 2006 when I left immediately after leaving Lintas, Ghana. And the main idea is a production house where we produce corporate films, and then also my love for drama series and as well as to go into feature film productions has been the reason why I decided to leave and also to start Farmhouse. But having worked for so long in the advertising industry, I kept being pulled back to shoot commercials and also to help create campaigns and things for clients. So we have a corporate communication section where you have we work like a hybrid advertising agency.
Great.
We are also a full service agency that is part of the Advertising Association of Ghana. So we are paid up members of the Advertising Association of Ghana. But then we are also a production house. So when we are able to respond to briefs from clients, develop concepts and build campaigns for clients. Okay. That cuts across TV, radio, and all the other media. Okay. And then we are also into producing content like TV commercials, documentaries, and also TV series and stuff like that. Wow. So we are more or less like a one-stop shop. Where we deal with radio, audio productions as well as video productions. So basically, that is what Farmhouse has been set up. And so you come in, you have your account managers who are dealing with your with the clients one-on-one, and then we have the technical staff, and then we have post-production facilities.
Great. That's very, very beautiful. And indeed, looking at it, you have been quite great with it, because I think that you are the go-to person when it comes to commercials. And then obviously your other productions have been very good. You won awards with things we do for love and YOLO. Right? We're going to get to know him a lot more with his production and how successful he has been. Let's just take a break. You're on Business Moments on GhanaWeb TV. Well, we're still talking to the legend here on Business Moments. And obviously, this is a place where you learn a little more that you don't know about. Okay, I'm sure that you have learned so far a lot from Ivan. And we're going to ask him a few more questions about how successful he has been and what you can take out of that. All right. Well, Ivan, you've been telling us a lot about what we should do with business when we start. Why we should start up slow and enjoy what we are doing, and also not look at time, but also focus on our talents and build on that skill. So that's very nice. You've been telling us also about farmhouse productions and why we should be creative with choosing of names so that it will attract attention. And we believe that that is really coming from your advertising. You've also told us about the hybrid of farmhouse productions and what you do that everybody or a business, a corporate institution can get everything from you, right? Yeah. Very good. So now, can we get to know exactly what has brought you this far? First of all, I want to ask you, are you rich?
Relatively, I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, but isn't that the most important thing?
Yes, you have to be happy with yourself. What
exactly.
You do, if you are able to, you see, farmhouse, I started it from my bedroom, right? At the time, I felt that I needed some more challenge because I was doing about the same things over and over again. I was quite getting tired of it. So I felt like, and I started from a bedroom while still working. So if anybody would learn anything from this thing, your side hustle can become your main hustle.
Indeed.
Right?
Indeed.
Okay, so we get that out of the way. Am I comfortable? Yes, I am. I'm happy with what I'm doing.
Okay.
And what has brought us this far, delivery. When I tell a client that your work will be ready tomorrow at 8, it's ready at 8 or even earlier. Okay. So it means that I'm able to give all my best to make sure that I deliver. So delivery is very, very key to our success. Very well. And then also, the world is governed by very simple rules. One of the most important rules is about giving. Where you give a client service that the client feels that you have given more than he has paid you. When you continue doing that, the client will become your promoter.
Yes, there'll be repeat purchase
all the
in
time,
business.
because they know that you have gone above and beyond the
Great.
call of duty
Great.
to this thing. So giving is very important. It's not only giving in church, but giving in every aspect of your
Exactly.
life, and making sure that people feel you respect them, you appreciate them, and you would see the results.
When we're growing up, people could do businesses and sometimes they don't pay you, so we say it's nyami work.
Yes, yes.
Is that part of the giving?
Well, I when I started from NAFTI till date, there have been people that I've worked for that have not paid me, but I gave all my best.
Great.
And at this moment, I can say that those that did not pay, I am still being paid for those jobs, because I came out of those with a lot of experience.
Very well.
Do you understand? I would have been cheated of something, but I've gained experience by practicing. And I always say that the young people who come out of school these days, and when they ask you to do something, and you're okay, how much are you going to pay me? Meanwhile, they know next to nothing about what they are being asked to do. So you are rather coming to learn from me, and then you are. So for me, I'd like to encourage young people. Sometimes when we went out those days, it was only for the lunch that was given to us whilst we were working, that we even had in mind that, okay, if I sit at home, I'm not going to eat anything today. Let me go and do this work. Maybe we will have lunch to eat.
Yeah.
That's it. But the experience that we gained being exposed to these experienced filmmakers working is still paying me till today, because I saw things that were done by these experienced people that you need to pay to learn. But we learned it for free because we availed ourselves.
Very well, very well.
So that is it. And so delivery is very, very important. Going beyond the call of duty, making sure that your client is satisfied and feels that he has gotten the best for less. Okay, and also making sure that you are truthful. And the next thing is you must be humble to learn all the time.
Humble to learn.
Because our industry, things are happening every day. New equipment, new ways of doing things, new softwares, all kinds of things are happening every single day. And so you must not see yourself that you've completed school, so that's the end of your studies. But it's the beginning of your life studies. So you must be learning every day and reading. So one of the things I tell people is that you must look into the mirror, to conduct your own SWOT analysis, get to know what your strengths are, your weaknesses, opportunities that are available, and the threats. And always be assessing yourself and know and have a goal that by this time I must be here, by that time I must be there. When we started Farmhouse Productions, I said we started from a bedroom. Then my bedroom. So the table, the equipment was next to my bed. Then later on I moved it into another bedroom. It became like we now had 2 editing machines.
Great.
At a point I even had employees, 2 people working whilst I was still working at Lintas. When I came to Farmhouse here, we were in a very small cubicle downstairs. But bit by bit we were building and building till we've gotten to where we are. So start small.
Great.
Is the key. They say it all the time, but most people don't really understand what it means by starting small. Starting small also means take pride in whatever little you have. It is only when you are grateful and thankful for the little that you have that God will bless you with a lot more.
Beautiful.
So I don't look down on small beginners at all.
Very well.
And that's why you would find me in the company of very young people, always trying to, because I learn from them too as well. So this is the secret to our
So business enthusiasts, awesome time with the legend, Mr. Ivan Quarshigah. Indeed, I call him Kwakuvi. I like that because I know that when I say it, I'll get some Bobby Taddy, and Akplen. or something like that. I mean, I love it. But it's been great, resplendence. We have learned quite a lot. We'll be right back when we talk to him a little more, and he will deliberate on the economic and political and how successful you can be at the end, and what makes you different. We will get to know him more. Okay, welcome back. My name is Blankson, Ekow Blankson, and you are on Business Moments on GhanaWeb TV, and we are with the legend, Ivan Quarshigah. I like that. I like the Kwakuvi part. I mean, we've been learning a lot from him, and I believe that this is indeed the school that we should be attending. It's a business school that we should be attending, and I think that's great so far. I'd like us to go into our economic positions right now in relation to business. We know about the inflation, we know about the issues that are happening in the world right now, and of course, of which Ghana is not left out.
Yeah.
How has that affected your business, either positively or negatively? I mean, we know about COVID as well. I'd like you to speak to all of those. Yes.
Well, I mean, sometime towards the end of 2019 when COVID started, and then in 2020 March thereabout when we had a lockdown. You know, Farmhouse, because we do a lot of corporate productions or corporate communication work, by the beginning of the year towards the end of the first quarter, we tend to know exactly what we are doing for the rest of the year. We tend to know because we would have sent in our bids, like pitch for jobs and things. And so you would have a lot of contracts, and then you start rolling them out to the end of the year. When COVID came, and we heard about COVID, immediately most of our corporate clients started, either postpone or cancel, cancel. So it was becoming quite bleak for us because that was our livelihood, and most of those things were being cut because most of the things that we did had to do with people that it ends up in things that you had large crowds of people and all that. And so, and most of the clients were cutting back because they were quite uncertain about how long it was going to take for the situation to go down and all that. So we quickly realized that we were going to be in a very bad situation if we do not think outside the box. And so thinking outside the box is one of the things that if you want to be successful as a business person, you must do. You may end up, you may start by saying you want to sell computer software, whatever it is. But when things happen, you may end up selling charcoal. And you should be proud about that.
Yes, exactly. It shouldn't embarrass you at all.
At all. Yeah. So we said, we had a meeting in here in the office with all the staff, because at the time we started hearing of companies laying off their staff. And we said, no, nobody was going to go home.
So you made that as a point.
Yeah.
More like our objective is to make sure that we keep our people.
We keep together. And nobody was going to have a cut in there. This thing. That would be, if things go really bad, then we may consider that. But we assured everybody. And then the next thing is to think of what to do. So we had this script, the strike, which has been in the works. And we had already been thinking about coming up with an app that we can sell, because we have been thinking about the problems of the film industry and then how we can solve those problems. We did not, I'm personally not someone that likes to join the chorus of people who complain that we don't have this, we don't have that, and then we complaining. If we have a situation, I want to know I want to find out what we have in hand that we can use to solve the problem. So having done the MTN Apps Challenge, where we had young Ghanaians developing apps, we quickly know that it is possible here that there are people that can develop something that will be as good as the Netflix or the Showmax or whatever that we have there. So we called a few of them together and started developing the Farmhouse Movies app quickly. Whilst that was going on, we also went ahead to start shooting the series Strike, under very strict COVID protocols, ensuring that we stay within the protocols that were established by the government. So we completed that quickly. Even I think we completed it before the lockdown or just after the lockdown, and then we started editing and coming to work. At the time, the lockdown, people were not able to come out, but we were able to, one way or the other, manage to come to the office to shoot, to edit, and then we launched Farmhouse Movie. So for us,
this was digital.
This was a digital platform.
Exactly.
So it is the frustration that the COVID-19 brought actually gave us
it made you creative.
It made us creative, and then we built. So while some people would see a problem and throw their hands up and say, "Hey, we are in trouble," if you are a creative person, you are a serious business person, you can look at it and see where is the opportunity in this challenge.
Great.
How can I use that opportunity to be better than I was before that challenge came up? So that is what we did. And so far, we have done season 2 of Strike, and we are coming to produce some more content to be put onto the app, and also encouraging other Ghanaian filmmakers to use the app, because we feel that with the challenges of the way the film industry was going, where people have problems finding places to exhibit their films, and even if they do, the revenue wasn't as good as it's supposed to be. We feel that the app could be something that can come in to help the industry. So instead of waiting for the brick and mortar to be done, like the cinema houses to be built for us, we can use technology to leapfrog that problem.
Great.
And it's such that once you put your content on that app, somebody in New Zealand, Australia, wherever they are in the world, can instantly access it. So that is a big opportunity for us there in the film industry. We're just trying to fine tune it, and then we as we go along. And for me, even the hitches are also learning curves for us. So I'm glad.
Oh, good. So you just told us about clients being prompt with time, in terms of time management, also going the extra mile to do what your clients want, a little more, for them to pay less for more. And then you've also taught us about thinking outside the box, being creative with the things that we do, and therefore that has led to using technology to advance digitalization and then to get people to do. Would you say that that is the way to go? I believe that we're talking technology now. The youth are the ones that we are targeting in terms of driving technology to the next level. In filming, would you say that that is what you are doing with technology?
Yes, like
with the Strike, I mean.
With Strike, yes. It was an experiment.
Okay.
To see whether it is possible for you to shoot a film, a series, put it on a platform like an app like Farmhouse Movies, and use the current social media devices that are there, like the Instagrams and Facebook and the rest. Put your promos on those ones, and then see whether people can sit at home, download the app, pay, and then you get it in your bank account. And so once we were able to show that it is possible for us to do this, so you can now place your film on the app, and then people can download the app. And then if they want to watch an episode, the app tells them you have to pay.
Exactly.
And with your Momo, you pay with your Momo. Or if you have a card like MasterCard or Visa card, you pay.
And watch.
And then it goes into your and then the next Monday is in the company's bank account.
I see.
That is fantastic.
Okay.
It doesn't get any better than
Yeah,
that. You
yeah,
do understand?
indeed.
So all we have to do is to pursue it and make sure that we fine tune it for it to. We've tested it and it's possible. So now is the time to now upscale it and put a lot more productions on board. So the other thing too is learning. You were talking about learning new digital things. I said earlier on that you can't stop. Where we are now in the world, you cannot stop learning. Just before COVID, I could not speak the language of coding, like people like that. But now I talk about APIs, I talk about UX, user experience and these things, which is high-end digital language, but you are supposed to be learning every day. So we're learning in order for us to be able to communicate with these people. And also you must, I learn every day about my craft. Do you understand? New softwares are coming up. We have to learn about it. We have to know how to use them, because that is the only way you can separate yourself from the rest of the people that are practicing your trade. You always have to be one step ahead of every other person. You are not in competition with people, but you must be in competition with yourself, so that the things you know today, if tomorrow comes, you should be able to know more than what you knew yesterday.
Be ahead one step. Be ahead one step. This is what Ivan, the legend, is teaching us. We will take a break. We'll be back. Well, welcome back to Business Moments, where we learn a lot about business, how to start, how to grow, and how to become successful. And today we are talking to the legend, Ivan Quarshigah, who is the CEO of Farmhouse Productions, and this is where we are. Now, we have learned a lot already. We have learned so much. We're going to go into the other end bits of what we think we should know about business. The trends of digitalization is what we are talking about. How successful we have been so far in Farmhouse Productions, and where do you want to go? What makes you different?
What makes us different is, as I said, is about we created an environment of learning and sharing of knowledge. We are in an information age, or digital information age, where a single idea can turn into billions of dollars. You can just take one idea, simple idea, and it can become huge. And so you have to be learning all the time. You have to be researching all the time. It is the wealth of knowledge and experience that we have that makes us different. And then another thing is our humility to want to continue to learn.
Exactly.
Because I don't think that I present as somebody who knows it all. The day you do that, that will be the beginning of the collapse of your business. So you must be humble to be learning every day, and learn from every angle, from books, from everywhere. We're sitting here, and if you're a business person and you do not know how the war in Ukraine is affecting your business, then you are not in business. If you do not know how the COVID situation has affected your business, then you are not in business. Because things happening in another corner of the world would always have an impact on your business. If Republicans win the American election, it has an impact on Farmhouse Productions. And if I tell you, you'll be surprised. If Democrats win, it has an impact. Why? Because I do a lot of health communication. Okay. And health communication has to do with family planning and all that. One of those parties is pro-choice.
I see, yeah.
So if parties in power and their policies and how they resource the world in terms of family planning, communication, and all that would have an impact on.
Right. So this is the politics of business.
Business. Do you understand?
Oh wow.
So you
okay.
have to also be paying attention to all these things, in order, because it would end up on your table.
Very well.
Do you understand?
Ah, great.
So these are the things that make us different.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's beautiful. Now, you have heard from the legend. I mean, these are nuggets of wisdom. You can't get it anywhere. You can only get it on Business Moments on GhanaWeb TV with me, Late Ekow Blankson. We'll be right back. This is.
He'll be showing you.
Ah, okay.
That's for showing you. He'll be showing you.
Okay. So there will be sound.
There should be sound.
Have you finished this one? Let me see.
I'm passing the phone to the lady.
I'm passing the phone to the
I passed the telephone.
So Ivan, this is one of your productions. This is
finale. This thing.
To have and to hold.
There's some small gimmick.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So this is what you're doing for DSTV.
Yes,
right?
DSTV.
Okay.
So this is one. All this is DSTV. So
Oh, okay.
This is to have and to hold.
Okay.
The one
So what we see as huge as a studio is this is your factory.
Yeah, this is the end product.
It's the end product of the factory.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is Inspector Bediako.
Okay. This is another production.
Yeah, this is another production.
No taxes, no questions raised about your cash flow.
Your real name is Robert Sasu. You rob hard working, beautiful men for a living.
Ah, beautiful.
Today is now mine. How much do you buy this?
So
Do you change these editors or?
yeah, I mean, depends on what work is going on.
Okay.
So this here we do the grading, the colors.
The grade. And then you transport this to
From there to here.
from rather here to here. This is the finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is another production going on. This is a multiple camera.
Oh, okay.
Which one is it? RSM.
Okay. I see. Very well. So this will be the editing, the video editing.
Yes. Then we also have
and then
another. Okay, this is cool. Where is this one? He's gone. He's gone to school. Okay, so this is, which one is this? They are doing this one. So this is like he's doing motion graphics.
okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then this person is going back to school. He's gone to school.
Okay.
This is a documentary. This is one of the documentaries we do. This is for a client. This was filmed in the upper regions, northern region, northeast, and then upper east regions of Ghana. We shoot all over the
country.
So even at the moment, there are people in the northern part of Ghana filming.
Okay.
Like we have about 3 film crews out working, whilst Inspector Bediako is doing.
Very well. Very well. Very well. So this is the obviously the editing.
The editing
and they do
side.
editing for commercials and everything.
Everything, yeah.
Right.
And then we have downstairs. You saw the downstairs
Yes.
where they do that. So where is this? Which one is? Can you play? Can you go back a bit?
No, they've not actually connected.
Have they got a? They haven't connected anything. Oh. Okay, I wanted.
They're all
them.
working on the drives.
Oh, okay.
And it's just at the phase one. That's why they do the end credits.
In credit, okay.
Okay. I think we'll just now go down.
Go down, okay.
Yeah. Wonderful time being here.
Yeah.
The engine. Engine of where everything happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like some of our
And
clients.
I like this artistic way. Some of your products, right?
Yeah, so like Modec, this is Modec.
Okay.
Modec is connected to tallow oil. We do that.
Okay.
Onga, okay. This is Care. This is our charity. We do a charity work. Like we help.
Obviously.
These are underprivileged children in Tema. There's a school that we support there. That's MTN,
Unilever.
Unilever, Defeat, USAID, Promasidor, Guinness, Hitmate.
Yeah, very soon we'll see GhanaWeb TV.
Yeah. so that is
yeah. Beautiful compound you have as well.
Yeah, small.
Yeah.
Small.
This is more the advertising side.
Yeah, this is like client management.
Client management.
Yeah, so account, or we call it account management if you
Okay.
want to. So basically what happens here is that they interface with the clients. So every time that when a job comes in, this is the first point of call.
Right.
Before it gets to the technical people, the creative people and all that. So yeah, so again on the wall you can see some of the clients that we work for. Design.
So about how many people do you have in total?
We have permanent about 20, 22 people.
Oh, beautiful.
But then we work with over almost 100 part-time people, contract people.
Yeah.
So every production you see loads of contract staff working. Okay. And so, I mean, depends on each person's strength and their specialization and the job requirements. Then we deploy whoever we feel can work. So all the time, there are people that are not permanent staff that they are working on.
So hi, young lady, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Very well, very well. I know Ivan is somewhere around here. He's not very close. Are you happy working with Ivan Quarshigah?
Of course.
Working for Farmhouse Production?
Yes.
What have you learned so far? Are you learning anything? Are you developing? What can you say about Farmhouse Production?
Okay, so I've been here for close to 5 years.
Okay.
I think I started my career in farming.
Wow, beautiful.
Yes.
That was good.
And my role, I deal with clients, so I've learned a lot about dealing with clients.
Beautiful.
Commercial, performance, and all those things.
Ah, that's nice. Thank you very much. I just wanted to know a little about you.
All right.
Okay, what's your name again?
Victoria.
Victoria,
Yes,
nice talking
and I'm
to
an
you.
account manager.
Ah, beautiful. Cheers. Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Ah, it's great to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
Farmhouse Productions. Are you happy here?
Very happy.
Of course, I didn't think you were saying something different.
No,
For how long have you been working with?
2 years, 7 months.
For
I
2 years,
think.
7
Yes,
months.
going
and
on my 3rd year now.
What has been the experience?
Ah, great. I like to say that I didn't know anything before I joined the team, but now
you know.
I'm good.
Yeah,
you know?
good.
I've gathered
Yes.
skills. I've grown over the years.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready for the world.
I see that you're versatile. I've seen a couple of other things, although you do client service, right?
Yes,
Client
yes.
service,
Management.
Account management. All right,
Yeah.
okay. So,
Actually, that's what brought me to Farmhouse. I wanted to be an actress, and then I got into the job, and I'm enjoying myself.
Okay.
So yeah. Right.
So what's the name again?
Christiana.
Christiana.
Yes,
Okay,
Christiana.
Christiana is happy with what she does here,
She is.
and so is everybody else.
Yes,
Is that right?
yeah.
Okay, keep it going.
Thank
yeah?
you.
All right. How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Timothy Ayu.
Timothy. My name is Late Ekow Blankson. Then we came to talk to Ivan. He has taught us a lot. I presume that working for Ivan, you have learned a lot. Tell me, if you haven't, say it so.
Oh, I have learned a lot.
You have.
Learned a lot,
What
yeah.
have you learned?
You know, Mr. Ivan is a man of discipline. And that's one thing I have actually learned from him. His way of leadership.
Okay.
Yes, and it's something I am learning secretly. Yes.
It's like leadership. He teaches
Yes.
a great, and you know,
Yes.
he's taught a lot of people, our
Exactly.
audience, a lot.
Exactly,
You know,
exactly.
told them to be quite taciturn, to be focused, to also learn to be humble, to do a little more for the client.
Yeah,
you know,
go the
for
extra
you.
mile.
Go the extra mile. Yes, you have learned some things. Okay, so you have actually learned so
Yes,
much.
yes, yes.
And you think that you'll be here for a long time with him?
Yeah, hopefully. I would want to work with him.
Okay. What do you do actually?
I'm a PA to the chief administrator.
Okay.
Yes. And so I assist him. And when there's
going
much to do, yeah.
Beautiful. And I see that you also do some other things on the production.
Acting.
Wonderful talking to you, Timothy.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sure. Take care. Well, we have learned so much from you, and I didn't want it to stop. Mr. Quarshigah, thank you very much for the moment on Business Moments, and we're very happy that you've also enjoyed yourself. GhanaWeb TV is AVOD. It's actually the advertiser-based video on demand, and so the advertiser pays for what we do, and we believe that this would go a long way to get more people on GhanaWeb TV. We also have GhanaWeb Reporter, where we democratize journalism, and then we also have GhanaWeb Club, where we have a community of members who go out there and patronize different products on a discount. There's so many things coming up. We also have GhanaWeb Memorial. I can go on and on. But thank you once again. It's been wonderful having you. And you out there, if you watched it, I'm sure that you enjoyed every moment of Ivan Quarshigah. Resplendence, awesome, and of course, legendary. If you took notes, I am sure that it will help you. If you didn't take notes, go back. It's AVOD. You can always view on demand and check it out. Take notes this time and make sure that you apply it to your business. Let's see you again next week. My name is Late Ekow Blankson. Catch it.